Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another roster review. So let's give a shout out to today's Holotable hero and their guild. So we have Kalu MG, Moff Gideon, I don't know. And shout out to their guild as well, Lost Knights Academy. Hopefully they get found soon, I guess. You don't want to be lost forever. So let's look at the roster. So it's kind of, I guess, a early-ish game account. They're at 3.3 mil GP. I think this is the smallest account I reviewed so far, so I'm definitely keen obviously to see how it will evolve. As always, I did reach out to them before the video, just ask for some pointers what they are looking for in terms of the review and where they're at in the game and things like that. So what I've said was that they start as a free-to-play player. Hey, we all do start that way. But then they were tempted by some of the Lightspeed bundles, so they did buy the Tusken Lightspeed bundle and the Revan's bundle as well. Hey, if you are to spend money, the game Lightspeed bundles is, probably the best value that we have here anyway, so no issues there. They always farm like shards for 2 characters, 2 ships, like at the moment they said they're farming Kara and IG-11, as well as Punishing One and Outrider. So this will come into play once we discuss what they're looking to farm. So they just want to kind of get my insight in whether they're on the right path in terms of their plan. They also want to put together some things from Grand Arena and things like that, and then obviously work on mods. So at the moment they're farming Galactic Legend Sith Eternal requirements. So I had a look and they're pretty much there in terms of the requirements. I think they just need the final few relics like on Royal Guard, Krennic, and I think on Dooku and something like that. So they're almost there, just need to finish off some relics, so they will unlock their first Galactic Legend. So congratulations, it's always a big milestone, getting your first unlock, your Galactic Legend. And then what they want to go for is they want to go for Executor, and then as well while they're obviously relicking up requirements for Executor, for finishing off Sith Eternal, they also want to build up some of the factions to gear 12, like Geos, Treya, Revan, both Revans that is, and things like that. So just kind of, I guess, looking to see some suggestions, what to gear in between, what to relic and things like that. And then they want to go for Jabba after they're done with SC and Executor, and then on the way to Jabba they want to level up like CLS and Snips and General Kenobi. That's kind of their plan. Now, first things first, like looking at the roster, you want to go for Jabba. Well, what do you need to go for Jabba? You need Jedi Knight Luke. So there's no Jedi Knight Luke there. Well, if you want to unlock Jedi Knight Luke, amongst other things, you need C3PO, and I'm trying to see there is no C3PO here as well. And as well for the Executor farm, they don't have Razor Crest yet unlocked at all. So things, they're still missing quite a few key pieces here. Now they're farming their Punishing One, which is great, that it will be ready once they unlock Executor, but with no Razor Crest, right? And speaking of Razor Crest, they don't have Beskar Mandalorian. And that's why they are at the moment, I think, farming Kara and IG-11. So they can unlock Beskar Mandalorian, which is great. It's a one small stepping stone to unlock an Executor. But there's just a lot of things missing. Also, they don't have another Jedi Knight Luke requirement. They don't have Hermit Yoda yet. So while obviously, it's good to like go, hey, I want to have Jabba, I want to have Executor. I mean, they're probably aware of it. It's just for the sake of this video, I want to highlight, like, if you are thinking to go for Jabba, if you are going for Executor, there are other things to consider. So the hardest thing with Executor, obviously, is unlocking Razor Crest, and they're a newer player at 3 mil, 0.3 mil. They can't even do Proving Grounds, so I'm not sure when they will be unlocking Razor Crest. That's why when I'll be showing my plan, like, I wouldn't make Executor an immediate priority. The same reason I would make Jabba an immediate priority, because we have to first get Hermit Yoda unlocked into 7 stars, we have to get C3PO, and to get C3PO you need Ewoks as well. So if you look at their Ewoks, obviously they need work also. And then, yes, so we need Hermit Yoda, we need Ewoks so we can unlock C3PO, right? Then we need Hermit Yoda, and then as well to unlock Jedi Knight Luke, and then we can start thinking about Jabba. So there's a lot of smaller things we need to take care of first, And because, you know, it's a new account, there's a lot to work on. As you can see, like, you know, they don't have General Skywalker, which is fine, because they did get their Old Republic Lightspeed bundle. So the only thing now they need to do is get Darth Revan up to gear 12 or something like that, right? So you can attempt Malak event. So there's no point of doing General Skywalker and Malak at the same time, because they both require get 1 currency to get from 5 to 7 stars. So just, yeah, I would make this one of the priorities, you know, before you start thinking about Executor, before you start thinking about Jabba. Get your Revan done so you can start, you know, slowly farming up Malak, and then as well start farming up Hermit Yoda. Is Hermit Yoda gets 2 currency or something like that, right? Or get 3, I can't remember. So yeah, definitely want to get Hermit Yoda as well, start farming him from the store, just so he's ready for Jedi Knight look. And obviously we need to work on Ewoks, as mentioned before. I showed them there, they need lots of work. They mentioned on gearing Geos, looks like they already are gear 12, so just stay there. Like there is no need really to take Geos past gear 12. Maybe Brood Alpha for territory battles, but other than that, the other guys are okay at gear 12. Then they mentioned they want to work on their Traya. Yeah, so they do have Omicron on Savage, which is good. So also obviously get Trey up and running, slap an Omicron on her as well. We also want to farm up the Nihilus to go along with Traya, right? Not just work on Traya. So definitely want to round up your Sith faction here. Yeah, Sith Marauder still needed at Relic 7 there for Sith Eternal requirements. So yeah, that's work there. And then in terms of the Jedi, again, yeah, we need Hermit Yoda. Start unlocking him so you can unlock Jedi Knight Luke. And then they do want to work on Jedi Knight Revan, which makes sense, I guess, because they do have now like Basti to go along. Oh, they didn't have Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon at Relic 5. Interesting. So does that mean that they have a Queen Amidala? And of course they can't do Conquest. They wouldn't be able to actually. So yeah, you just need, I guess, Jedi Knight Revan so that you have a usable Jedi Knight Revan team with Basti, Jolie. You can throw, I guess, like Ezra in there. He's at Relic 3, right? He'll do some nice damage. So, you know, not bad. I guess throw in Johanni, so then you can use your Yoda, Anakin, both Padawan and Master Qui-Gon under Qui-Gon Omicron. So that could be another team for Grand Arena as well. So definitely, you know, kind of before jumping on to the next things, because you have so many things still to work on first, maybe we'll just fill in the gaps. Another gap we want to fill in as well is actually because you do have these 3 Imperial Troopers already from your Sith Eternal farm. Also I would get Range Trooper and Death Trooper up and running, so you can then complete 2 assault battles on Challenge Tier 3, the Forest Moon and Rebel Roundup, I think, because obviously completing Challenge Tier 3 will give you more signal data, you know, just to help you with the Relic farm. So I would also squeeze these 2 guys at some point as well. And on the way, obviously, to unlocking Jedi Knight Luke, we will kind of build up our CLS squad, right? So we'll work on Chewbacca, CLS, Han, C-3PO after we unlock him. And do you spot anything? Is anything missing on the screen from a CLS team? 3PO and Chewie. No C-3PO, no 3PO and Chewie. So definitely, you know, if you do want to complete your CLS squad, you will want as well farm 3PO and Chewie. Just also slot them in there. And then obviously, after we get these things out of the way that I discussed, then we'll start thinking about, okay, let's start working on bounty hunters for Executor. Because there's no point that, you know, you complete this and then you still don't have Razor Crest. Alright, because I think Razor Crest unlocks at 5 stars and it's not even unlocked yet, which means you still have a long way to get to 7 stars. Just probably buying shards from the store or something. Or maybe they're waiting for more Lightspeed bundles. They did mention they want to buy a Lightspeed bundle for Jabba, that they can get Boba to Relicate or something for Executor. So looks like they are kind of, you know, holding off on farming and gearing certain units, waiting for Lightspeed bundles. But again, with these Lightspeed bundles, we never know when they're gonna show up, right? What they will look like, how much they will cost. So just my plan that I'll share with you kind of assumes there is no Lightspeed bundle. If there is, obviously it'll just speed up the whole process. But yeah, then we'll start working on your bounty hunters for Executor. And after we do that, then we'll start even worrying about Jabba requirements. So overall, you know, quite a nice roster for 3.3 mil GP. They also got Tuscans, which is nice, and they did slap an Omicron on Tuscan Raider, which is very good. Speaking of Omicrons for Grand Arena, because they said they're looking to improve their Grand Arena teams, because they did have a bundle for Zalbar for Old Republic. Slap an Omicron on Zalbar as well. It'll do wonders for you, especially where you're at, probably in Grand Arena. It'll help you just to have another good overall Omicron team, and obviously as well slap an Omicron Treya. Even on Gear 11, I think it'll do really nicely. So yeah, lots to do, but you know, we'll just kind of work through the plan. So speaking of the plan, let's go ahead and bring it up. So just the things that we discussed already. We're looking at the roster. Yeah, of course, you do want to finish up your Beskar Mandalorian requirements so that you do have him unlocked. Once you have Razor Crest unlocked, you're ready to go. And then we're gonna a little bit farm, obviously, some of the other things mentioned. Let's bring Nihilus to 7 stars so we can gear him up. Start working, farming 3PO and Chewie now as well. So once you do have the rest of the CLS squad ready, you have a full 5 Rebel squad that can do a lot of things. And then obviously, we do need to farm up these Ewoks here. Just so that you can unlock C-3PO, that can then help you unlock Jedi Knight Luke, that can then help you to unlock Jabba further down the line. And after we get Ewoks out of the way, then we can farm up those ships that they mentioned. I think Outrider is needed for Jabba, and Punishing One just to complete the Executor squad, because no sense farming these 2 ships before all of these guys. You know, if anyways, like, you will not unlock them. But again, I don't know exactly which energy all these guys are on. Just, you know, anyway, it seems like they're managing their energy very fine. This is just more like order of priority, and then you can stack them a little bit differently depending on your situation with the energy. And after we do that, then we start farming all the Jabba requirements here, that start farming some of the Jabba requirements that they don't have at 7 stars yet. There are a few more that didn't fit in the plan, but you know, anyway, they will know most likely. Okay, so in terms of gearing, as mentioned before, just get Darth Revan, Gear 12. That should be your next thing to Gear 12, so you can then unlock Malak and start then, you know, slowly getting Malak to 7 stars, because, you know, this will, like Darth Revan without Malak in Grand Arena is kind of, you know, an easy picking, so you definitely want to have Malak in there to improve viability of Darth Revan. Same thing for your Jedi. You've got a nice rounded Jedi team, so you just need to get as well Jedi Revan up and running there. So that will be nicely. And then also, as mentioned before, working on Treya, and then as well on the 2 Imperial Troopers that are still needed, so that you can, you know, get your assault battles going, and then we'll gear up the whole CLS squad, get those guys ready for when you unlock C-3PO. Then we can, you know, start slowly gearing up Ewoks once they're 7 stars, and then in between any Executor requirements, gearing them up as well. And then we'll be locking C-3PO, and still kind of, you know, finish gearing up the Executor farms as well. And then hopefully by here you will have Hermit Yoda as well at 7 stars, so you can gear him up, which will then give you ability to unlock Jedi Knight Luke. And then in terms of relicking, yeah, just, you know, we'll finish off the relicking requirements for Sith Eternal. You can also relic up Piet, might as well, to relic 8 for Executor at this point, and then it will go nicely once you relic up the remaining 2 Imperial Troopers, that you can then complete these 2 assault battles as well, challenge till free. It'll give you a nice boost of signal data. And then we want to relic up, you know, those teams as well, like both Revans, Treya, entire CLS squad. And then by somewhere here, I guess, you will have Malak at 7 stars, so you can also relic him up, and then Nihilus as well to go with the Treya. And then we can start kind of finishing off all the relics for Executor. So at this point here, you will be unlocking C-3PO probably, then Jedi Knight Luke, and shortly after that, you will as well be ready, with a caveat that you will need to have Razor Crest, obviously at 7 stars, that you will be also, shortly after unlocking Jedi Knight Luke, be able to unlock Jedi Knight Executor. And after Executor, as you can see here, we already started our Java farm. So then, you know, just continue with the Java farm. Obviously, any lightspeed bundles you get in between, if they do come up and are useful, you obviously can go ahead and grab them if you want. It'll just speed up the entire process. But I guess, you know, if you're buying too many lightspeed bundles, then you don't have mods, you don't have Zetas. So it's always kind of balance out, obviously, those kind of investments. Alright guys, hopefully you find this video useful and helpful. Definitely a little bit different one today, just because the roster is kind of an early game, 3.3 mil GP, so definitely their priorities and their order is going to be a little bit different. But again, yeah, always, you know, first things first, as I want to say, like, yeah, you want to unlock Java, you want to unlock Executor, but what does it even mean in terms of priority and how to line things up that, you know, you don't wait it while you are slowly preparing for the next step. You're already in between doing some smaller things, small improvements to keep giving you boost for your roster, either for assault battles, grand arena, and so on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.